Is it good? Is it good now? Are we buffering? Looks good. Keep playing. Did you guys hear my explanation? Because of his wound? Okay. Alright, you guys heard my explanation. You guys already know what I'm thinking then. Alright. Should be fine now. That's weird. I didn't see any drop frames and my bitrate was stable, so I wonder why that happened. So, special characteristics. We've been hearing a lot about this cure rare poison, and it's left me curious about something. Oh, council? Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes? And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please. But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, council. No, that would be madness. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Boom! Got your ass. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seems a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When cure enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Carrere's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little rapscallion! Yo, the goose on her head is real? What the fuck? Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection! All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure, but I fail to see how it possibly... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some fact he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, Curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
So if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Ah.
That's right!
Good gracious.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
Bang, bang, bang. Order. Order in the court. Order. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest...
Yes, this Curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case in the trial. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
What is this? Welling up inside me. He's gonna say objection? Is he gonna say objection? I never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancy. It's so intense. Almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. Objection! I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett.
How are you? How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well that there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Curare? Because he has medical report card. Present. Take that! As Miss Brett so rarely pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? The toxic effects of Curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poison water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Ah! Miss Brett, you have acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day.
Aha!
So that's it. You used the knowledge to orchestrate this. Oh, she's about to freak out. She's about to freak out. Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile.
What? What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Nani?
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, I never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip.
No!
Oh dear, how careless of me.
I'm
afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No! What is it? What just happened? It's the English woman. She just smashed that bottle. And in the Supreme Court. What a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible. At once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up that water beautifully. And you have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump
the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there was really poison in the bottle or not.
You. The officer's gonna start licking it, and then he's gonna lick it and he's gonna die. Oh my god. He gotta leave his work flawless. He gotta lick it up, dude. I mean, surely the glass has some of it on it, right? You just pick up the glass and you just slice her. Surely she's gotta be dead.
We still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution. Oh, of course. Of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady. That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it?
Oh, wait, no. Okay, well.
The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So, of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No, you killed the victim that day, using Curare. And then in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the Professor Dead's body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor in his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit the crime. Oh.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say, and I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, your prosecution stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Ugh. Huh. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke, yes? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. There's blood on the fucking plate! Is Kazuma right? Somehow in the vibrant memory of this scene, same scene in my head, could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? There is a clue! It's right there! How the fuck are you the gang gonna make me check nothing? I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Haha. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on then. Let's wipe that smug smile off that English woman's face with some evidence. Urgh, slam that shit. Alright, I can't wait. It's been me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere, the clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been. Dude, I was wondering, like, he got shot. Where the fuck is the blood? Like, right? I've been wondering. And right there, there it is. There it is.
Take that!
Take that! Bam! Slam the desk. Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes? What is it? Oh, he's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Where are you going? Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What
memory?
I saw the scene shown in this photographic print of my own eyes that day. Oh, you can't see it in the picture. Or you could, I guess you could kind of see it, but it's like that little dark thing around the edge. And I saw the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on. It was a splattering of blood.
What? Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything here. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him.
Ah!
Huh, yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite of the professor, as you were. Giselle Brett.
I beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous! Fabricated nonsense! Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused have apparently just remembered seeing?
Hold it!
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you have been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak the sergeant has been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a blood stain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Fuck this dude, this fucking inspector, dude. He did it. He did it all in the name of justice. Justice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay. Here's what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't!
Quickly, Inspector, the blood, man! Show the court! Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. There is no blood! Oh my god! The plate has been swapped! Oh my goodness gracious, the plate has been swapped. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Oh fuck, the damn swan woke up again.
You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Ugh.
Sis, I couldn't agree more. In this case, a disgrace to the Empire.
I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This less pretend to take that courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise my best to forget about it all when it's over. Ha! The sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine again, be my guest.
Wait. We can examine it? Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. This is it now, I've lost. Yunosuke, it's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Huh? Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Believe in myself? Really? Huh. Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection? That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There is another clue. Your Excellency, please wait. The plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
Attention!
I wonder what we could examine. Oh, it's a different steak. It's a different steak. The other one wasn't eaten as much. This is a different steak. This is the sergeant steak. Huh? It's the coin. It's the coin. The old man was looking for the coin. The coin is under the steak. Oh my god. What in the world is that? I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoi era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it? I mean, what's it doing there? Wait, did you say it was a Hoi Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time today there's been a talk of a Hoi Koban. I heard of pearls before swine, but I never heard of bullion in bullion. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat, and it's from the Hoi era too. That'll make it really quite valuable. We'll marinate in the juices as well. Look. What do you think of eating it? No, but the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke. A Koban coin underneath the steak. There's only one logical explanation. Holy shit! It's a he brought the wrong plate! Oh my goodness gracious, dude. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak. Your Excellency,
Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I think I made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, isn't it? Thank you, Your Excellency.
Oh, thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beef steak is the new clue to be found? Well, right here.
Got it!
No, Counsel, I'm afraid that won't do. That was ambiguous at best. When you're asked to identify detail like this, you must do so knowing there's a penalty. What? Wait, what? Wait, it's not the steak? Wait, what? The new clue can be found on the steak. What? Wait, did I do something wrong? Click on the steak blood? I can't. Oh, I can. Oh. I could fucking lift up the stupid fucking steak. Oh my god. Same lines, dude. Fuck.
Got it!
Good gracious, that's...
Ah! A Koban? What on earth?
a Hoey Era one at that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
I fail to see how this is,
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat. That could simply be a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoey Koban just happened to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I ripped up my ticket to Great Pigeon right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoey Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I will give up my lawyer job right now.
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what he's doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it could belong to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the beef steak is... Kuryo Korikuta.
Take that!
Obviously, can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Rasute, Kuryo Korikuta-san. Curie, as in Mr. Cucumber something. Oh,
Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
ah yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. Remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened, at exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoey Koban, my prized coin. Then this Hoey Koban, do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
No, please. Why would Korikuta-san Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and his plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Korikuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here, without a moment's delay. I can't believe we come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find out its key elements in the case. Dude, are we going to part 4? Oh, I was about to say. What's this all about? What have I been called up again? Don't you realize it is dinner time for little baby Ido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs forced to bear faultlessness. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in trice, a worthless withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop's owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korikuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever seen this? Wah! That's it! The very exact one that is. The resplendent, splendoriferous, holy treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be.
It can't be.
As I thought. Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where? Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beef steak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices. Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing! Excuse me, could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned that this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation. La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Huh? Wiki crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being infected. So that's why you were sent undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of a waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. Huh, so unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. This place was already at the scene of the several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korakuta-san's Koban is all too clear.
What?
What? I think the court would like to hear the defense view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korakuta's Koban and hid under the steak? Iesa Nosa.
Take that!
Take that! Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Iesa Nosa. What? How? How dare you? You monster. Monster? I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Ido. Ido is the mastermind behind all this. Huh? You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop. What the fuck? Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iesa Nosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remain in place. And I have heard it's hard for the lower ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I go there and do recon for a target. And I enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork, even which is worryingly believable. And your target that day is the old man in his Koban. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Bang! Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I'd know too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. This is ridiculous.
Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
Well, Miss Brett?
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency. Or Your Excellency.
Indeed. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would clearly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is.
Oh, of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it? Well, oof.
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond the...
Dude, that is fucking crazy. What type of madman would pick up his fucking steak with his hand and just eat it like that? What sick madman does that shit? You got me fucked up. Fucking madman. Very well, now that all questions concerning this witness testimony has been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone.
Wait, we can't leave. We can't let her leave.
And good day.
Wait, we can't let her leave. Yonosuke, what's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming. Oh no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry. You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett.
What is it now?
I'm afraid just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? Hiding a coin under
A lump of meat, the sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are a contradiction, where is the evidence to prove it? Right here.
Take that!
This one. The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes. Go on. More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just
splitting hair.
not true. Does this something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge of where it's been eaten. I see you noticed it too, Miss Brett. Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined Englishwoman, gentlewoman herself.
Then take a good look at this steak, in particular, the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah!
It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in a steak at all. But what is your actual... Dude, I want to go to a steakhouse, man. All this talk about steak is making me hungry. I want to eat some steak. All this talk about steak is making me fucking hungry, dude. Let's go, brother man.
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just leave it. I heard enough. You irritating little speckled samurai relic. Of course, dear lady.
Dude, the fucking prosecutor is literally so useless. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She realized that the catastrophic implication these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Yunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? Yes. Now at last, it's all coming together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that these teeth marks in the sticks are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase, typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it in the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Hasn't been? What?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
This is absurd! The trial's run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be! I don't believe you! I don't believe you have it!
I don't, but there's someone who does have it, and someone in this very courtroom. Inspector Hosonaga. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possessed the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair? Satoru Hosonaga.
Take that!
Flawlessly for justice. The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. There, he's coughing again. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korakuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped underneath the steak. You watch it, Cadet. I'm superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? Teen Shun! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meat to hide something in it. In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as to evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
But that makes no sense! That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection.
Objection. Yet, the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor does she have opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over.
No, you fucking fool. What? Wait.
You did switch the plates?
Wait. Oh wait, that's the victim's thing. Wait, I thought the inspector said he took everyone's steak. He took her steak and he took the sergeant's steak. When I saw the civilian has been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As they said, I immediately lifted my stick and hit the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I began my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Holy shit, so he did swap plate. Plate swapping did happen, that's crazy. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the only one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done.
Unbelievable!
However, fear not, Prosecutor-san.
What now?
I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, this is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes.
Yes. So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak in the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up.
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection.
No, you're not wriggling your way out of this time, lady. I beg your
pardon.
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of that plate, that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson. There was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you're eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further, Inspector. You will show the evidence to the court. Let's present the beef steak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Sorry for keeping you. Blood! Here's the other steak in its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. Blood! The blood stain. It's clearly visible, look!
Yes.
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
It can't be.
In fact, There's only one person who could have possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right, Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. She's about to freak out. She's about to freak out, dude. Did the swan just die? She having a heart attack? What's going on?
Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no! Yeah!
Oh, fuck. I don't know how long I could have kept going longer, dude. She's dead. What in the fuck are these animations? What's going on? What the fuck?
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior of an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth. This time.
Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using Curare. As you surmise, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you plan to kill the professor knowing that no trace of poison will be found in his water. Because Curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes.
Wait, she's actually so stupid. She's actually so stupid. If she already knew Curare didn't exist in Japan, she would have just... Why would you even shoot? She is so stupid. She would have gotten away with it and that guy would have just died of natural causes. Or the Japanese police would think that he died of natural causes. She is so stupid. Oh my.
Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see Professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me. Oh, it's because he showed up. That's why, because he saw her.
Yes, you. Who else?
Oh, shit.
Such a trifling matter, but the fact you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on the innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use the fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
I fucking knew it.
Under your skirt?
So I was right, there were two guns. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Place where you were sure I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up,
bang! That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead.
Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was a culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around.
Because of course, you need to make sure it looked like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson for where he had picked up the gun.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Your Excellency. Yes?
Oh, yes?
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call on you. Man, I do not want to speak to her in private. She's a fucking killer, dude.
Thank you. Good day, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
Bitch! The judge is gonna die, bro. Judge is dead. It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement?
This can't be! Takasuchi Ochi does not lose! Not to the likes of this rookie student!
You better start getting used to tough opposition.
There! Ryunosuke Naruhodo!
What? Yes? This
insult to the Ochi family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, Counsel, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Oh, calm down, Kazuma. Oh, he cut his hair. Wait, he cut it from all the way over there? Yo, that is fucking some crazy ass shit, bro. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still, the Aochi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its door to the wider world, and the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that the science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. Mission? I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why did you look so grave all of a sudden? Ah, never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. Here we go. It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty. Confetti! Oh, not confetti. Cherry blossoms! Woo! Yeah! Yes! Can I get some Starry 2 Pogs in the chat? The court is now adjourned. Yeah! 22nd November, 2:46 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants, Antechamber 5. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it! I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street, don't forget. Good afternoon, all your hard work has certainly paid off. Oh shit.
Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know?
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much! If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course.
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Speaking of Mikotoba, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson in Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. That reminds me, what happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah, yes, her. Not easy to tell you this, but what do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai. No, what? Shanghai? Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? But why not? The matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga? It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about a consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we signed now that we signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective government, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan? I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand it over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment that she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, you're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor? Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh yes, thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. Ha 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 ha. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. Huh, I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, don't be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all, because you know I could trust you. That's not the point. Sorry? What do you mean? What do you mean that's the point? Oh wait, what? I read that wrong? Because I knew I could trust you, that's the point. Okay. Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in a courtroom you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Huh, believing in your client? Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. Why is Kazuma looking like that? There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. Sounds serious. What is... Ah, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain. Don't forget. Ah, yes. That too. I wonder what he was going to tell us. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato-san, who acted as my assistant. Oh my goodness gracious. Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But most importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. End. Fin. All right. I think that's it for episode 1, dude. We're done. We're done with the first trial. That trial was a long fucking trial. That's goddamn. So it's getting pretty late again. This game seems long. This game seems long, which is good. More content. I'm gonna be able to write this game out for a while. So I'm gonna end stream here. I'm gonna do a little bit video editing. I'm gonna see what the hell happened to my stream earlier. Hopefully I didn't corrupt anything. So it'll be really bad if the video got corrupted. But yeah, ending stream now. Thanks for tuning in, Antown, and anybody else who tuned in. I don't know if Bowie Boy and I Love Curry is here, but that was a good game. Great game. Anyways, ending stream. Goodbye. Is anyone streaming like a host? Here, I'll host Mel.